evening and welcome to the Sun TV. My name is Ogwike Emmanuel, reporting live for the Sun TV. So right about now, we're on the streets of Abuja to find out the current situation on ground going on in Kaduna right now. The state government is planning on shutting down schools based on the incessant kidnapping and banditry going on in the state. So right about now, I would like you everybody to join me on the streets as we get to dissect this important aspect to see how they can actually curb this situation on ground. Good evening, ma. Yeah, so there's an issue on ground now with the Kaduna right now. This federal government of that state is trying to close down the schools based on kidnapping and banditry. So they are trying to see if they can curb the situation. So the question now remains: is it the right step to take, or is there something the government of that particular state can actually do to actually help to control the banditry and kidnapping?
The best thing for me is to get adequate security, because closing down the school is frustrating the students. We are crying of the rate of crime, and they want children to drop out of. You have more dropouts, and then they will start looking for other things to do. So please, if there is a way the state government could do something, let them get adequate security so that these children will not stay idle. So they will be busy in school and then graduate at the adequate time. That is it's like a plea. We are praying that God should touch their heart.
All these cases of this banditry, armed robbery, kidnapping, the government doesn't want to tackle it. Especially in that Kaduna State. Just imagine, in that state itself, you see, there's a cleric that is saying he's talking with bandits and this and that. See, we are playing with the life of our children. Yes, let them close schools. Let them close schools and let them put enough security people on the road.
Well, the closure of schools is not the best idea, neither is the solution to the issue of kidnapping and banditry in the state. All we know that if government want to secure its citizens is capable, but they are not willing. That is why
I think what the government to do is to deal with the issue decisively. You understand me now? You know, we have to declare war on banditry. Are you getting me now? There are some part of the country or some ethnic groups that are responsible for this kidnapping or whatever. But the government, they are standing away from the responsibility. Are you getting me now? Declare war.
It's not like the state government actually came out to close down schools. It was because of a reason. The very fact that the kidnappers have targeted most of the schools, so to say, as their main hub to kidnap children, and these children are innocent. However, I think there's always cause and effect in everything we're doing. I would have averted things like this if government had done what they're supposed to do as government. Now, those kidnapping, I'm not standing to speak for them. It's actually wrong doing whatever they're doing. But I believe through the proper education and some other things we put in place, would have been able to curb most of these menaces we have in society. But unfortunately, they've not been able to curb it, and that's where we are today.
Schools have been closed for a while now, and it has really showed a very negative effect on the economy. The social effect of it is much. So I don't think the schools should really be closed now. All I think is the government should go back to the drawing board. The president of the country meet with the service chiefs. They should bring up a strategy that should be able to protect lives, as they earlier on signed to do, protect lives and property, and keep the children safe in school, because taking them back home will still add the vices we are trying to curb right now. So I don't think it's wise.
You see, because we are human beings, we are not chickens. So let the government be serious. The government, what is government? Government is the protection of people. You have to security of people, life and property. Then what is happening in Nigeria? Even Afghanistan is not like that. I work with the U.S. company as a contractor in Afghanistan and also Iraq. It's not like that. Then what is wrong with us?
If you are closing schools, you are telling them that yes, they are succeeding. They are really consenting to the fact that Boko is haram, which is not. It is Boko that has brought about the development, and everybody should be free to pursue whatever you want to pursue in life.
We also have to listen to the educational sector, because now I think when government wants to make some decisions, sometimes they don't even consult the stakeholders in education. They think, okay, we are in charge, we can do anything, let's just go ahead and do it. And at the long run, we end up suffering from it.
Even at home, if they want to kidnap you, they can still kidnap you. Or are you going to say that they should close down schools and close down the markets and everywhere that people are going about? Because even at home, in the markets and on the streets everywhere, the problem of insecurity in this country is not just peculiar to schools. So closing down schools is not a solution. The only thing I would say is that the government should beef up security around the schools. That is just the thing. That is a direct solution to the problem.
There are some certain hands who are benefiting from this banditry, Boko Haram, ISIS, all these things. If the government is serious, if the government want to protect life and property, yes, they should close the school because our children are not chickens. You cannot be playing with our children. Today they will kidnap, tomorrow they will say this, they will pray like some. So what is all this nonsense?
Most of the persons involved in this kidnapping are youths, basically, and if we can be able to address youth restiveness through programs by governments, I think it will help us bring it down. And the move to close down school is not the best of it all, because if we keep our children out of school where they actually transformed, it's like we're breeding more criminals in the societies, because within a very short while those persons that are out of school will think of doing a lot of things that will affect us as individuals in society. So I think government should think of something else to curb the menace of kidnapping rather than closing down schools.
You see, like the governors, they have security votes, which is a vast amount of money. Let them use this money to train our security people within their zone, like the police. Let them give them enough ammunition, like the DSS, like the Joint Military Task Force. If they have enough ammunition, who is bandit? Which means bandits is more superior than the government. Government is supposed to be superior. Why should our government should go on knees to be begging? And it's highly ridiculous. Let them use the security votes to protect the people.